Hi students. So in the last class we started with chapter number 2 and we discussed about the art of Indian artisans and the art of clay work. Now today we will discuss about two other arts, which is the art of handicraft or the art of weaving and the art of embroidery. Now, first of all, what is the art of weaving? Art of weaving means making long threads. Okay, long threads banana using pieces of cotton from cotton balls, and joining those long threads is known as the art of spinning. Now, we have all seen the charkha, which has been shown by, it was used by Gandhiji a lot, correct? So this charkha or this that spinning has been given a lot of importance by Gandhiji, and in his movement of Swadeshi and freedom. Okay, when he started with the freedom movement, he started using everything made in India. That was known as the Swadeshi movement. That time Gandhiji has given a lot of importance on this cottage industry of spinning. Okay, now about hand weaving. Let's come to hand weaving. Weaving by our own hands. Now we all know that the muslin cloth of Dhaka, which was earlier right now in Bangladesh, but it was earlier the part of India. That muslin cloth can easily pass through a ring. Okay, it can easily pass this ring. The whole cloth, the whole taka of cloth can pass this ring. It can fit into a matchbox. Itna patla and so soft the material was. Okay, just give me 1 minute. I'm sharing the textbook on screen. Yes, you can now see the textbook on screen and what we were talking about, hand weaving, correct? So this muslin cloth, it can easily fit into a matchbox. Now what else is famous in hand weaving? You can see that many carpets or what we traditionally call as galicha of several regions are very much famous. Then knitting work on saris like Patola of Patan, Kanjivaram, Banarasi and Bandhani saris of Rajasthan, that is also very, very famous. Now when there was the golden period of Gujarat, okay, in during the Solanki era means the Solankis were ruling Gujarat. That time in the region, during the reign of Siddharth Jaisingh, the king Siddharth Jaisingh, many artisans and weavers, they came and settled in Patan. Okay, artisan and weavers means weavers who used to make cloth by their hand. They came and settled in Patan and started making these patolas. And these patolas of Patan have become now world famous because of their skills. Okay, and this is more than 850 years ago. Since that time, this skill has been going on, and only some artisans have this skill. All everyone does not know how to make the patolas of patan. It's a very, very, very rare skill, and it is very time-consuming art. In 1 year, they can make only one sari, so it's a very, very time-consuming art. Now the silk which is produced over there is called wavered ikat. Okay, and the ikat means weaving. So the silk produced in Pata and Patola is known as ikat. And this sari is designed in such a manner that you can wear it any side. उल्टा भी पहन सकते हो, सीधा भी पहन सकते हो, तो nobody will understand कि ये उल्टा है या सीधा है. It's a peculiar characteristic of this sari that you can wear it both sides. Now this patola has a very, very good durability. Durability means वो बहुत अच्छा चलता है, फटता नहीं है इतना easily, and its original colors remain intact. The colors used in the sari, they remain intact. They never fade away. So there's a saying in Gujarati called "Padi patode bhat, fate par fite nahi." मतलब वो फट सकता है. The cloth may be torn, but it will not fade. The color will not fade away. The color will remain like that, only bright. So these are the hand weaving things that happen in India, which are very, very famous throughout the world. Now let's come to the art of embroidery. What do you mean by embroidery? Embroidery means the small, small things, the designs that are made on the cloth. Correct? So first, this type of embroidery was seen on the clothes, which were idols and statues which were found during the Indus Valley civilization in Harappa and Mohenjo-daro. Generally, clothes of men, women, and children have been embroidered since a very, very long time. Okay, and mainly it was found in the region of Sindh, Saurashtra, and Kutch during the Indus Valley civilization. Similarly, like embroidery was famous in the Indus Valley civilization, like that only the Kashmiri kasab work of Kashmir is also very well known. It's also another type of work which is known throughout the world. Now, what is famous in India apart from embroidery? So, this Bandhani saris, Bandhani, typical Bandhani saris of Jamnagar, Jaipur, Bhuj, and Mandvi, they are very popular. The traditional style, so Bandhani is all in English, it is known as tie and dye. It's a very long piece of cloth. They make chota chota potlis, they tie the potlis and then they color the cloth with one color. So the potlis which were tied, they remain uncolored. They remain of white color. So that is how it is known as tie the potlis and dye the cloth. So it's known as tie and dye. The traditional bandhani, the style is very, very old. Right now also in many functions you will see ladies wearing bandhani saris, bandhani dresses, bandhani dupattas. And it has beautiful designs on it, beautiful designs of elephants, puppets, dice, picture. It is all very, very popular today also. Okay, and this cottage industry means small scale industries of Bandhani was taken over by women of Kutch and Saurashtra regions. This was completely handled by women. Men were not involved in these industries. Okay, and the traditional art of embroidery, traditionally embroidery was also done on toran. Toran were made by hand at home. The chakra, pillow cover, bed sheets, shak, todalia, clothes like kedia, all this and in all this embroidery was done by hand earlier, and it is well known today also. Okay, now embroidery is also done on quilt and shawls. Shawls, जो ladies ओढ़ते हैं during winter is known as shawls. With different designs, embroidery is also done on them. And one of the embroidery which is very famous and unique is done by the Jat community in Kutch, in the Bani area of Kutch. That embroidery is very, very common and very, very unique. Now this was about embroidery. Let's come to the leather industry now. Leather industry is one of the most prominent industry in India, and skin of dead animals was used since a very long time for various purposes in India. How did leather make, after the death of the animal, the skin was processed in a traditional manner. The skin of the animals was processed and leather was made. First, most important use of leather is to make masak. It's a leather bag for fetching water. In olden times, people used to fetch water from the well by using this bag from leather, masak. Okay, it's also used to make musical instruments like drum, dholak, tabla, and kos. And the blacksmiths, जो mochi bellows use करते, that's also made from leather. And various types of footwear, chappal, leather belts to tie animal, etc. To make shields. War में जब जाते हैं तो people carry shield, that is also made from leather. That is why the leather industry has a prominent place in India. Today, items like shoes, purse, belt, everything else is made from leather. Now, camels and horses के लिए भी leather से whip बनती है. Whip मतलब जिससे हम मारते हैं. लगाम बनती है leather से. They are made of original leather. So this is about the three industries of India. In the next class, we'll start with the diamond, beadwork, and enamel work. So this all shows the culture of India, how the culture of India is very, very famous outside in the world. It is telling you, the chapter is telling you what is famous in India, what type of art, what type of work is famous in India, and where is it found. Okay, so this is a very important chapter with knowledge per se. अगर कुछ नहीं तो एटलीस्ट हमको ये याद तो रहेगा कि इस जगह का ये फेमस है इन इंडिया. In today's world, we don't know what is the importance of our country. What is the art in our country? We don't know. We need to study these arts by this chapter. Okay. So thank you. Bye and have a nice day.